everyone, welcome back to the clubhouse. I'm so sorry that I've been MIA. Actually, I'm not. My ass has been maxing and relaxing, but I did miss you. Oh, this lipstick. I did. I missed the studio. I missed the booth. So I'm so happy to be back. My hair looks rather amazing today. All right, for real. Outfit of the day is brought to you by Caitlin, my mom, and Kanye West. So today I'm stoked. We are going to talk to my friend Mary Beth. She's amazing. She's a beautiful woman. She is an ambassador for Skirt Club. You can look them up online. Looks like an amazing party. I can't wait to learn more about it. And I hope you guys enjoy. Again, I missed you so much. We'll be back next week with more stuff. I love you. My name is Cassie. Miss Clark if you're nasty. Enjoy the show, right? Okay. Yay. Hi. Welcome.
Hey. I'm so excited to be here.
I've missed you. For sure.
Yeah.
You're still as beautiful as ever.
Same.
Thank you. So let's talk about, first I want to introduce, this is my friend Mary Beth author.
Hi.
Your name is like one that you would always say the whole thing. Is that standard?
Yeah.
Right? You say the whole thing.
Yeah.
How did we meet? Do you remember?
I think it was probably nocturnal.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
It was definitely something at Snug Harbor.
I love both of those things so much.
Yes.
Do you remember?
A lot of my great friendships have been made on the dance floor.
Exactly. Me too. Do you remember your first impression of me?
Yeah, I was like, who is this bad bitch?
Hilarious. I remember meeting you, and of course, I was like, this woman smells so good. Like, you always smelled heavenly. And that stuck with me.
I'm obsessed, like, I have this at my desk. I'm obsessed with perfume.
Really?
Yes.
I never would put you as a perfume person. Are you still making stuff? Like,
more for myself, like not as a company anymore. Just because, at the time I had so many things going on. I was like, okay, I've got to decide some things I'm just going to do for myself. I don't necessarily have to make it a profitable company where I'm doing it for everybody else too.
Oh, that's good. That's amazing though. What are you wearing right now? What's your jam?
This is Marc Jacobs Decadence, but it is only because I am out of my absolute favorite, which is anything from Le Labo fragrances, specifically their Santal, which is like their sandalwood. Oh my God, it's amazing. It just smells like pheromones.
Oh, I love that. Literally, you always smelled amazing. Not that people stink, but like I never meet someone I'm like, damn, they smell so good.
Thank you.
I was having a midlife crisis because my signature smell, if you will, always I've worn Karma Cream from Lush, which is like a patchouli, very sandalwood scent too. And they discontinued it. I'm like really broken inside. I know.
That'll break your soul.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Figure it out.
You got to go find your new scent.
Got to.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. So let me see my little cheat sheet. Today we're going to talk about a party that Mary Beth is a part of called Skirt Club. I will tell you too, I only just dabbled in the existence of it just because I knew I was going to talk to you and I would rather get it from you in person. But I do appreciate the mystery behind the website and just their online persona in general. I love it.
Yeah.
About it.
It's like, what's going on here? What are the secrets?
Exactly.
I want to know.
And then hot girls reading books, and I was like, well, sign me up. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. The branding is definitely, it's on point.
So is it something that's been established? Like, I've never heard of it, but again, with the pandemic and then just have babies for the past 2 years, so I'm a little out of the loop in general. So is it been around?
Yeah. And it is exclusive. This is a full-on operation. It's actually international. And so we have members all over the world. And it's amazing. And just so everyone knows, I'm an ambassador. So everything that I'm telling you, I'm not, the PR for Skirt Club or anything like that. This is just purely based on my perspective and my experience, with the club. But basically the founder, she was like, we need a party and, a community for women to celebrate everything that they bring to sexuality. So their sensuality, their minds, their experience purely for themselves and not performing for other people. And so she set out on a mission to make that happen and be able to host really extravagant parties where everyone dresses up and it's all women. And it's definitely catered to women who are somewhere between straight to bisexual. There definitely are a few lesbian members, but the idea is that she wanted to cater to women who might be having their first experience with a girl. Maybe all they do is go to connect and have like a really great conversation and maybe like have someone play with their hair. You know what I mean? So it's catered to whatever experience you want to have in a feminine container. And I think that's really fabulous. And I was like, sign me up. I want to be a part of it.
Anything to celebrate how amazing we are, I think we're all for, or you should be if you're not.
Yeah.
That was one of my questions
totally.
too. I thought that was interesting that it was bi-centered, but it was female only. And I was like, how does that work?
Well, if you think about it, women the bisexual community is in many ways extremely different from the lesbian community. What we're looking for, our experiences. In fact, a lot of times the women that go to these parties and are part of the community are in very strong relationships, oftentimes with a man. And they just want the freedom to go and, discover and explore this part of themselves. And so, creating that container, you are tapping into a very niche experience that you wouldn't necessarily get if you walked into, like your average lesbian bar or, you know what I mean? It's a different dynamic. It changes the people it draws in and it changes the experience. Though, anyone, no matter where they are on the LGBTQIA, I think I got it all.
You go, girl.
Wherever you're at, wherever you're at, you're welcome. That's definitely the people that are most drawn to the experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate that too, because there's a party for everybody these days, I do not think it's a coincidence that North Carolina, are you still here in North Carolina, right? Okay, good.
Yes. I'm in Charlotte.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we talked about that. But that all of our mask mandates and the whole restriction policy was lifted yesterday, the day before we have this conversation. And we'll get to that, but we're going to manifest a damn party here is what we're going to do.
Oh, hell yes. Yes.
So yeah, I feel like that is serendipitous. It's got to be something. Okay, so so again, the mystery, like I had no idea what to expect from the pictures. I was like, is this a bondage party? Like it looks like people are dressing up.
Right.
You know, like what would you expect when you go to a party?
Yeah. So let me break it down. There are many different tiers and facets of Skirt Club. So there's the online community, which if you have no desire to go have the experience in person, for some people it might completely fulfill them just to go online and be able to chat with other women around the world who maybe have a similar perspective. They're curious about similar things. And so for some people, there's that online community and you can just tap into that. As far as the parties go, there are what we call skirt society or mini skirts, which is essentially like a nice cocktail hour, right? Like you dress up, you put on something cute, we find like a really swanky, really pretty place for us to all meet up. I have my eyes set on Crave Dessert Lounge because I'm like, that's like the vibe I'm going for in Charlotte.
Okay.
And so, that's all we essentially do is, meet up. Everyone can kind of talk to each other, get to know each other, maybe swap some phone numbers. And that's essentially it. Now, the signature party, that's like where all the fun happens. Signature parties are the full-on Skirt Club experience. And so there's always a fabulous theme. I am heartbroken that I'm not in Miami today because we're having the first post-COVID, we're back with a bang kind of pool party, signature party. And it's Art Deco pinup themed at a pool party.
Oh my God.
I know. Yeah, the themes are always fabulous. Yeah. And so at a signature party, there's always a theme. So you would show up, dressed, going all out with your outfit and everything. Right. Like, think, you're going to the amount of effort people put into like going to like a music festival or something like that with their outfits. Think that, but like really sexy, you know? And so you show up, and usually when you first get there, there's like people that are, having some champagne. Sometimes there might just be an hour where people are dancing and like flirting, and there's usually a performer. Like they've had a lot of fabulous burlesque performers. Depending on the theme, like there definitely have been, bondage and shibari themes. So some of the images you've maybe seen might be where there was an event where that was the theme of it. And so there's some type of performance. Sometimes there's a learning experience, so there might be something like a tutorial on bondage, or, maybe even a speaker. Like we have a lot of very reputable sex coaches that'll come and be a part of the community as well.
Amazing.
And then after the performance, there's usually some kind of icebreaker. Like, who doesn't love spin the bottle?
Right. Yeah.
Right? And so, that's kind of like getting people, warmed up to the experience and everything. And then beyond that, it's totally up to each individual's comfort level. Some people, as I mentioned, might just flirt and maybe make out and talk to other people and, have meaningful conversations. And then there's also, sort of the back rooms where more fun happens, so to speak. Yeah.
Scandalous.
So,
I love it.
Very scandalous, yeah. But, the founder is really big on making sure we are not calling it a sex party, because it is a much bigger experience because of how much thought she has put into every little detail, and it's cool because whatever you're looking for you can go in there and have that exact experience that you want. So you're never pushed out of your comfort level unless you want to be, right?
No, and those components that you just mentioned, I think, are crucial, not only for education, but just for experience in general.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And I think I know that she came up with this idea because she and a previous male partner had gone to a sex party. And she was like, okay, here I am. I'm, bisexual. I want to, kind of have, an experience with a female. So like, let's go to a sex party together and see what happens. And she said the entire experience was ruined for her because she was treated like a piece of meat. She's no longer with that person.
Yeah.
She's actually very happily married. So this was many years ago. But, it's like the idea is a lot of men will be like, go fetch, right?
Yeah.
Like they're kind of like, go pick up that person that I think is attractive and bring them back over here. And suddenly it becomes, you're performing, you are kind of being taken advantage of for wanting to be, exploring your sexuality, and suddenly someone else is directing how you're doing that, which is not ideal.
Not at all.
So,
do you think, and I'm all for, like, having sex in public places, but I'm trying to grasp my old lady mind around doing that in not even for people, but around other people, and I like literally can't grasp that for some reason, but I think it's because of the stigma and the idea that I have of a sex party, it's
so taboo,
and it seems like very exactly like you just said, like it seems like the female most often is going to be taken advantage of and kind of used as meat. It seems like gross to me.
Yes,
but
it is.
Yeah,
right.
But I can't imagine, obviously, with what you've just described, like it seems like a very open and comfortable opportunity to.
It's a very safe container.
Yeah.
Right? That's the whole point of it, is for women to feel, completely safe to, explore themselves based on what feels right to them in that moment, right? So like I even say, no matter what you think you want, show up with no expectations. And, if you don't connect with anyone, don't force it. It's really important that you go with an open mind, but also, nourishing your boundaries, respecting your boundaries, and just seeing, what feels right to you. Like, I've been interested in Skirt Club for years, but I actually became an ambassador during COVID. So it's this like, oh my God, I can't wait to be on the other side of this and, really play a role in helping put events together in my area. So I've actually only been to one party. And I was like, whatever happens, happens. It's COVID, so it was a mini skirt. And, I went and I had the most fabulous time, and I danced, and I met, honestly, some people who since then have become extremely close to me, like very good friends. And I made out with a girl, and I got a lap dance, and I did some tequila shots, and I called it a night, and it was fabulous.
Amazing. That sounds like an amazing night.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Do you have to be a member to go to a party?
You do. And they changed that. They did change that. It used to be that you didn't have to. And again, it's always constantly reevaluating what is going to create that safe space for women who are coming to this. And so, and being a member, you only pay, it's $8 a month for your membership fee. And that gets you a lot beyond just being able to buy a ticket. You know, you're a part of the online community. You have unlimited messaging that you can send to other members. There are a whole lot of other benefits as well. But, you know, Genevieve, the founder, just is always evaluating what's going to, you know, really make sure that the people that are coming to this are going to be, you know, committed to the experience, aware of our values and what we want to create for other members. And so she said that she just feels that if you're a member, that kind of makes that a little more likely, if that makes sense.
I'm sorry, that the people were aware.
Yes.
And
that
that's all I got.
If people,
about
you know, have to commit to being a member, they're going to be more familiar with the standards and the values, and that'll ensure that it's creating that safe container for women to come into.
Oh, you mentioned Crave, but I was going to ask you, since we're going to have a party in Charlotte soon, if you had an ideal venue in mind.
I am
Crave.
Ready for people to send me all kinds of great ideas, because I have, from going out, I have a lot of good ideas for the mini skirts, right? Like the cocktail kind of party. I always thought Soul Gastro Lounge would be really sexy because like the lighting and the music and everything. But Crave also, but the signature party would require a little more, you know, creative energy as far as what is going to be that perfect container for that kind of event. So I don't know. I have some ideas, but I haven't landed on one yet that just felt perfect. So Charlotte ladies, please, you know, add me on Instagram, come to the online membership, and shoot me any ideas that you have, because I'm definitely trying to find a spot for a signature event. With it being spring, I was like, oh my gosh, if I had the perfect spot right now, just because I'm in that land of like dreaming up, you know, parties and themes. I was like, what if we had a dope garden and we had like a lingerie tea party in a garden? Now, obviously there's alcohol in the teacups, but you know what I mean? Like the theme of it and everything. I'm like, I feel like that'd be really fun.
Oh my God, I love it. That would be fun. My sister is getting married next year. So I've been touring a few of these old plantation homes with her that are essentially, you know, they're just huge open spaces and woods and flowers everywhere. So I can see that.
Yeah.
Do you have a DJ at this party?
You'd have to have a DJ.
Like music?
Yeah, there'd have to be. Music is critical to any good experience, you know?
It is. To life, I would argue. I'm so ignorant to the world that one of my questions I wrote was, where would someone buy bondage attire? But obviously if it's a themed, you know, that was just something that I saw. And
there is, to add to that, there is a really lovely boutique that Skirt Club has curated online. And so if someone, you know, is like, hey, I've never even, you know, thought about that, or I want to see like what other, you know, toys are out there, we have a really beautiful boutique, and everything that's picked out is like top of the line, really high quality materials, very well made. So if that's something that people are interested in, you can definitely go to, you know, the website and look at the online boutique.
I will never take Snug Harbor for granted, but the idea of dressing up and getting like elaborate and amazing and going out to meet people with similar interests, you know, that to me sounds amazing.
So fun. I mean, what girls don't love getting dressed up, you know? And especially if you have like a fabulous party to attend. So
yes, exactly. Did I miss anything that you wanted to touch on? Let's see what I got.
I don't think so. As I mentioned, I'm one of the newer ambassadors, and so I am at the point where I'm, you know, really trying to build the community anywhere, but especially, you know, in Charlotte, because that would mean I don't have to hop on a plane to go to one of the fabulous parties.
Yes.
So, you know, anyone that's interested, you know, follow us on Instagram. It's at Skirt Club. And the website is skirtclub.co.uk. And when you go on there, you will pick, you know, the city that you play in, or, you know, your local, whatever city is closest to you. And yeah, as soon as we get more people in the Charlotte area involved, we'll start, you know, having some cocktail mini skirt parties, and then eventually I'll have a really great theme planned, and we'll find the perfect spot to have the signature event.
Love it. So as an ambassador, obviously you're going to help orchestrate future events, but if anyone has any questions, they can reach out to you. Beautiful.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And actually, I have my own Skirt Club Instagram handle as well as an ambassador. So my name is Mary Beth, but my nom de plume that I chose for Skirt Club, because we all have, like, you know, what's your alter ego, or what's your sexy name you want to go by. Mine's Simone, which I picked because I love Simone de Beauvoir, who had a huge impact on feminism, and Nina Simone is one of my favorite singers of all time. So my Skirt Club name on Instagram is at Simone_Skirt Club Charlotte, like the city.
Okay.
So come and follow me, and that'll be, you know, where I'm posting some ideas of, you know, places that we might want to look at for parties. I post, you know, a lot of different things, from like sex education to just really pretty photos, and it's another great place to reach out to me very quickly if you have any questions.
Love it. I'm so excited. So, and to get this party started, really, we just need more people from Charlotte involved.
Yep, that's it.
And how do they show their involvement?
By becoming a member on the website.
Okay.
So just going on there and being a part of the Charlotte community. And, you know, I go on there and I'll post every once in a while, even before we have an event. I'll say, you know, hey, you know, does anyone in the Charlotte area want to just meet up for drinks one night? Like, there are, you know, casual opportunities just to kind of meet up to without having to, you know, get dressed out in a whole costume or anything like that.
Yeah.
And again, it's just part of building that community to, you know, meet the needs of women who, you know, maybe are straight or maybe are bisexual but haven't, you know, made a lot of friends in that same community. And it's not always easy to, right, to meet other people in the bisexual community.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And so it just makes that easier.
Right. And the community and all that good stuff. I feel like I can say this too, because I have friends who are strictly lesbian, and I feel like it's a game for them to just seduce a straight woman, or, you know.
It's just nice to know that the consent is there. Like, my biggest fear, if I ever go out and say I'm, you know, in public, I'm like drinking at a bar and I see a cute girl, it's like, I'm going to go hit on her and she's going to be the straightest person in the room, right?
Yeah.
So one cool thing about Skirt Club is it really makes it easy, because we understand, you know, the reason everyone is there, and it just kind of, there's already like a check mark of not consent to you, you know, but just the idea of intermingling in that specific way.
Yeah, that makes sense. So obviously everyone go sign up for a membership. Less than 2 coffees a month will get you there.
Yes.
That's nothing. And yeah, let's get this party started. I don't know why I keep thinking of, we'll take it down to a very sub-level consciousness, but I just keep thinking of Honey Boo Boo saying, everybody's a little gay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's a spectrum.
Exactly. So you'll.
All right, so let's. I wanted to ask you this. So I'm like, this is a good way to kind of like wrap up.
Yeah, tell me.
Who is your girl crush right now?
Oh my God, I just discovered this girl. She's a musician. I'm probably too Southern to pronounce her name properly, but I think her name is Mayra, Mayra, Andrade, something like that. Anyway, she's from Portugal, and that is my 100% girl crush. She's amazing. You would love her too.
That's awesome.
She has a beautiful voice, and she is super intelligent. Of course, she's beautiful, but she sings in 10 different languages, and she speaks or sings in like a Portuguese Creole, so it's kind of like a slang. Yeah, so that's my girl crush. Who's your girl crush right now?
You know, I thought about picking someone else because I didn't want to sound like too high on Skirt Club right now, but honestly, like the founder Genevieve is just a boss lady, super gorgeous, super smart.
Yeah.
And so I'm always like stalking her Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, what's her latest picture in lingerie?
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Is she, obviously she's a businesswoman. Does she have a family? You said she's married, right?
She's happily, yeah, she's married, no children. Mm-hmm. I think Skirt Club is her baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and she's from London, and she has the most like gorgeous British accent ever.
Of course.
Or from England. I'm sorry, she's not from London. We base a lot of events in London, so that's where my head went. I can't remember the name of the city she's from, but yeah, she's from England, but we have a lot of events in London.
Oh, I'll have to look her up too. I think I saw one picture. Mm-hmm. Was she blonde? Is she blonde?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Then no, I'm thinking of the wrong woman.
She's a brunette. Okay. I'll send you her Instagram.
Okay, good. You know, I love to appreciate a beautiful woman, so I'll take them. I'll take them all. Okay, so you guys, like I said, sign up for a membership. Again, if you have any questions after this, find Mary Beth online. And thank you for listening today and for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Today's episode is brought to you by Nirvana Defense. We are cut from the cloth of Arjuna, and just as he found himself standing before the abyss of battle, contemplating the value of a person's life and that life's greater purpose, we too embrace the absurd and the freedom that follows. Join hippies with hand grenades at nirvanadefense.com.